and welcome to the natural home of devoted quiz obsessives everywhere, Only Connect. Or, as we might just as well have called it, Only the Lonely. It's a quarter-final tonight, and our returning teams are... On my right, Paul Baker, a social care studies graduate and finance officer who runs the inaugural Winchester Comedy Festival. Andrew Steen, a sales administrator and art enthusiast who runs a pub quiz in Winchester and can grow a full beard in 1 week. And their captain, David Norcott, a geoarchaeologist and keen darts player who keeps chickens and whose father went to school with John Craven. They're all graduates of King Alfred's College in Winchester. They are the Wintonians. You didn't know the motto of King Alfred's College, which I asked you just for fun. I can tell you, I've looked it up since, and it's knowledge and wisdom. It's an embarrassing thing not to know.
It's nothing if not ironic, though, is it?
You beat the quitters in your heat. How are you feeling about the quarterfinals?
Quite bewildered, I think.
That's an excellent state in which to start the show. Let's see if we can bewilder you further by showing you your opposition. On my left, Brian Pendrich, an author and journalist who has represented Britain in the Journalists' World Tennis Championship but has never won a singles match in his life. Chris Brewis, a former Sunderland Scrabble champion who's a member of Amnesty International and the Campaign for Real Ale and fears snakes and shopping. And their captain, Dave Taylor, a retired transport manager and keen supporter of football and cricket who wore jeans for the first time at the age of 60. United by their love of both reading and writing, they are the Wordsmiths. Dave, you beat the educators in your heat. How have you been preparing for the quarterfinals?
We've been singing our team song, which is the Free Electric Band by Albert Hammond.
Let's have a little snatch of that now.
My father is a doctor.
That's absolutely beautiful. I'm going to stop you there. We haven't got all night. Let's press on with round one. Very game, though. Thank you for singing a song. You'll remember, I expect, teams, that in round one I simply want to know what's the connection between four apparently random clues. Wintonians, you won the toss. You'll be going first. Please choose a hieroglyph.
Horned viper, please.
OK, this is the first question of the quarterfinals. What's the connection? Time starts now.
Next, please.
The Munich children. Children Munich.
They could be children or something. Is it too easy?
Kinder is something. It's not kind.
No.
It's not children.
Next, please. Is it something to do with symbols? Something to do with chevrons or something?
It might be to do with chevrons.
Yeah, let's see the last one.
Yeah.
Have the last
10
one,
seconds.
please.
Greek Olympic team.
3 seconds.
We're going to have a stab at chevrons.
Why would it be chevrons?
Because they're the sort of thing you might use as a symbol for various ranks of things, and so there's a couple of army-type things in there. I thought we'd have a punt.
Just something you say in a quiz, like Red Rum or Muhammad Ali.
That's it.
A valiant guess, but that's not the answer. So, Wordsmiths, you have the chance of a bonus.
They're the first people in a procession.
They lead processions or parades. What processions do they lead?
Well, the Greek Olympic team is the Olympics.
Yes.
The Sergeant at Arms is the opening of Parliament.
I think. Yeah.
That's right, leads MPs from the Commons to the Lords.
And the other two also laid out props. I would guess the New York one's props to St Patrick's Day.
Very good guess. It is the St Patrick's Day parade. And the next one you could surely guess. Come on, it's something German.
Something to do with the Beer Fest.
Beer Fest?
Yes, it's the girl that leads the Oktoberfest parade before the beer festival. Very well deduced. That's the kind of lateral thinking we like here. And it earns you the right to your own question. Which would you like?
The Eye of Horus, please.
Eye of Horus. What's the connection here? Time starts now.
Communist Manifesto drafted.
Would it be the point?
It might be a year, 18.
Could be a year. It could be the
British
point.
Library.
Yeah, it could be.
Next one.
Next, please.
Football Association. Founded in 1862 or 1863, is it?
Maybe where it was.
Maybe Cambridge.
Next one, please.
Might be a year.
Something to do with extended.
10 seconds.
Next, please.
Where was it? Bethnal Green.
3 seconds.
Bethnal Green. Yeah.
They all happen in Bethnal Green.
They did not all happen in Bethnal Green, so there's a chance of a bonus for you now, Wintonians.
We think they all happen on Christmas Day.
Not that either. You were closer. George Cornell was killed by Ronnie Cray in Bethnal Green. Where in Bethnal Green?
Pub.
In a pub. They all happened in pubs. Communist Manifesto drafted in the Red Lion. That pub is in Soho. Football Association founded, you know where?
In a pub.
It was a pub. Very good. Specifically the Freemasons Tavern in Covent Garden. Alfie Moon and Cat Slater wed, of course, in the Queen Vic. And the Blind Beggar is the infamous pub suggested by the last clue. They all happened in London pubs. No points then. Wintonians, your question.
Twisted Flax, please.
OK. The music question. You'll be hearing the clues. First one coming in now.
Tutti Frutti, Little Richards.
Next, please.
It's like that Run DMC and Jason Evans.
Who's the first one?
Little Richard, Tutti Frutti. Little Richard, Run DMC and Jason Evans.
Next.
Sinead O'Connor. Written by Prince.
Yeah, there's hit singles. They're all written by somebody else, but I think of those
10
two.
seconds.
No, that's not what I expected.
3 seconds.
No.
Well, we could add an
Hello.
answer.
We think we're all written by someone else. Who... That's it.
Yes, I mean, a lot of songs have been
Yeah,
written by someone
by
else,
another
haven't they?
artist,
Let's be
yeah.
honest, that's a bit vague. So, Wordsmiths, I'm going to play you a quick snatch of the last clue.
I'm so in love with you.
That's enough of that. You can get a bonus point if you tell me the connection.
They've all got,
Al Green. What was the other one?
they've all got U's in them.
Do you have an answer?
They've all got the letter U in them.
They do not. In fact, only one of them's got the letter U in them, which would be the second one, DJ Run from Run DMC. Now, I'm going to tell you about these performers. Little Richard,
Ministers.
Al Green, they are ordained ministers. The third one, Sinead O'Connor, an ordained minister. Quite unusual to be a Catholic priest when you're a woman and married. But Sinead O'Connor was ordained in a ceremony by a sort of breakaway group. All the performers have been through ordination ceremonies as ministers. No points then. You got it just a little bit too late. But Wordsmiths, you may choose your own question.
2 reads, please.
2 reads. What's the connection here? Time starts now.
Next, please. Next, please.
Orient. Are the O's?
Dropped away to... What was Prince's original name?
Changed their name. Well,
He
they
was
changed their
Nelson.
name, he
He was
became.
Nelson.
They've all changed their name. Orient
They've all
became
changed
the Orient
their
and then gone
name.
back to what it
They've all
is.
changed
And then gone back to the original name, haven't they?
They've changed the name and then gone back to what it originally was.
Exactly right. They've all reverted to their original names. Last one would have been Cape Canaveral, which was changed to Cape Kennedy in 1963 and changed back again. Prince changed his name to a sort of odd symbol. Oslo, do you know what that was changed to?
Christiana.
That's right, and back to Oslo, and Leyton Orient became...
Orient.
Just Orient, now Leyton Orient again. All of them changed their names, then changed back again. Well done. Speaking of back again, Wintonians, over to you.
Let's go Lion, please.
All right, what is the connection between these 4 clues or fewer? Here's the first.
Next, please.
Are these all things that guises of Zeus? Guises of... these are all things that Zeus came to Earth. Yeah, guises of Zeus. Go on.
We're going to have a stab. We think they might be guises of Zeus.
I'll accept it. I'd like to hear a little bit more if you can.
Well, let's ask Steenie. What about it?
He came to Earth as a white bull and as a swan. Didn't he do something terrible as a swan as well?
That's pretty... They are all forms taken by Zeus, and he took those forms to seduce women. That's what it says on my screen. Seduce women. Golden Rain and Artemis took the form of a woman, sort of ancient Greek Tootsie there, to seduce Callisto, the nymph. So forms taken by Zeus. Very well done. Coming in after 2 clues, you get 3 points. Excellent. That leaves just 1 question for you, Wordsmiths. It's the water question. They're going to be picture clues, of course. We haven't seen them yet. What is the connection? Here's the first.
Probably Next, please.
Functions as a...
Function, Parabolic function. Next, please. Oh, gosh, I can't see it.
Can't see it. It's collage. Is it some...
Next, please. Spin. Spirals. Yeah. Spirals.
That is indeed the connection. Well done. What are we looking at?
That lady's doing a spiral on the ice. And I suspect that they are the mathematical functions for a spiral.
Formula for a logarithmic spiral, yeah.
Forget the other one. And then it's a spiral galaxy.
The third one is a French TV series known as Engrenage in French, shown on BBC 4 as Spiral. But you got the connection. They are all spirals. Well done. You get the points, meaning at the end of round 1, the Wintonians have got 3 points. The Wordsmiths are just ahead with 4. On to round 2 then, sequences, also harder than your heats because it's still the quarter-final. What would be the fourth in a sequence, is the question I'm asking you, teams. Wintonians, you'll be going first again. Please choose a hieroglyph.
Eye of Horus, please.
All right, you may see a maximum of 3 clues before telling me what would be fourth. Here's the first.
Next, please.
Presented by someone. It's a sequence.
It's a sequence.
Yeah.
Next, please.
Is there a presenter that's been on all of these programmes, and then what will be the next one?
Is it
Soccer Saturday?
10 seconds.
It's not Adrian Charles. It's not like... It's a sequence show.
3 seconds.
The One Show.
I'm afraid that's not the answer, so there's a bonus chance for the Wordsmiths.
Whatever Deadline's on.
Well, you did Countdown as well.
Countdown?
You're terribly unlucky there. That is not the answer, but it is the connection. The answer is The Apprentice.
Oh, yeah.
And the reason is these are all the main programmes presented by people who subsequently became hosts of Countdown. Previous shows of Countdown presenters, and we were looking for The Apprentice. Wordsmiths, your turn to choose a question.
Horned Viper, please.
OK. What is the fourth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Next, please.
It's possibly Waterford. Next one.
Is the answer first?
Might be on Waterfall, but maybe to do with the words.
Next, please. E-F-G-H, Henry. I think.
Yeah, they're all SI units, aren't they?
Yeah.
That seems reasonable,
Henry.
Henry is precisely the answer I was looking for. Why is that?
SI units in alphabetical order? Or units of...
Well, yeah, I mean, it's not just alphabetical order. Had you said hertz, I might have taken that.
Yeah.
But actually, we were looking for the ones specifically that are represented by the symbols E, F, G and H. Hertz would be HZ. The one represented by H would be Henry. Scientific units with the symbols E, F, G and H wanted to hear Henry and did. Thank you very much. Back to you then, Wintonians, for a unit of quizzing.
Twisted Flax, please.
All right, what's the fourth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Next, please. This is... Oh, my God, what is it from? It's something that a Tory says or something.
Yeah, like that. Is it Tickle Me On? Tickle Me On. Haha, that tickles. Is it something like that?
No, can it be?
No, it's
Next, please.
That's terrible.
Oh, it's levels. It's levels on Doom. It's levels on...
10 seconds.
Is it?
Is it Insanity?
That is not the answer, so there's a bonus chance for the Wordsmiths.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Wishful thinking, Brian.
It's not. No, the connection is, of course, messages that I've written in Valentine's cards over the years, so how could you be expected to know? No. Do you know what the connection is?
I think it's levels of difficulty on Doom and Quake and games like that.
That's exactly what it is. Difficulty levels in Doom, and next is Nightmare.
Nightmare! Let's go.
That's what it would have been. So close, but no cigar. Back to you then, Wordsmiths, to choose.
2 reeds, please.
What is the fourth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Next, please.
6, San Francisco. These ways on 80, around the world in 80 days, perhaps. Keep going.
Next, please.
Stop 7, yeah, stop 8 London. Stop 8 London. Or even the Reform Club.
Stop 8, the Reform Club, London.
Have a look at the other clues and go again.
London.
Stop 8 London.
London.
Stop 8 London, that's all I needed to know, just London. Why is that?
Around the world in 80 days.
It is the planned itinerary of Phileas Fogg and Around the World in 80 Days. You actually went too specific even for us. Save it for the final. Not that I'm suggesting they'll get there, of course. Stop 8 London was the destination of Phileas Fogg. Well done. OK, Wintonians, what would you like?
Lion, please.
Lion. What's the fourth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Was he killed in it? Right, so
Easy, isn't it?
death and sequence, isn't it? I was doing coronations.
Next, please. So next, so what's the last third? George. George.
Third. George the third.
There isn't 2 more things.
No, there's another third after that.
Next, please.
Empress
So when they lost this.
This is Jubilee years. So it'll... Jubilee years.
5 seconds.
I think it'll be...
2 seconds.
Elizabeth in 2012.
2002.
I'm afraid that's not the answer, so there's a possible bonus chance for the Wordsmiths.
Elizabeth in 2002.
Elizabeth in 2002.
Have a look at the other clues and go again.
Elizabeth II.
Elizabeth II in 2002. I suspect you know, Wintonians, that it was to do with jubilees. It's the years in which these monarchs had their golden jubilees. And the next one after Victoria to reign for 50 years, Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, Diamond Jubilee was 2012, but we were looking for the golden one. Right, that leaves one question. Water. It's yours, Wordsmiths. They're going to be picture clues. What would you expect to see in the fourth picture? Here's the first.
Transistor radio, is it Walkman?
Next, please.
Trotsky.
Next, please.
Which one? Canterbury, where someone was murdered.
Pickett.
What's connected?
Trotsky.
Went to Mexico.
10 seconds.
Walk, trot, canter. What's the last one?
3 seconds.
Gallop.
And I'm afraid you're out of time. So there's a possible bonus chance for the Wintonians.
Also Gallop.
Have a look at the other clues and try again.
The Gallop.
Oh, for heaven's sake, I'll take it. Can you not think of anything with the word gallop in it?
I'm sorry.
As I think your opponents also knew, Walkman, Trotsky, Canterbury. I'm going to have to take Gallop, but I'd have liked, for example, the Galloping Gourmet, as we've chosen here, something with Gallop in it. It's a horse's gait, getting faster. So well done for the bonus point, meaning at the end of round 2, the Wintonians have got 4 points, but the Wordsmiths are ahead with 9. Time for the horrors, or if you're a masochist, joys of the connecting wall. Wordsmiths are going to go first this time. So you have a choice, Wordsmiths. Would you like lion or water?
Water, please.
OK, 2.5 minutes to solve the water wall. Starting now.
Merchants in
yeah, Blackadder.
Sunrise the belt, military belt, Baldrick's the belt.
Wilson Gladder and Gladder.
So we've got Flashheart,
Parkhurst,
Melchett, Darling, and Baldrick.
Baldrick's also a belt. Sam Brown should be uniquely a belt.
Okay.
So try Baldrick.
What are the girdle? That's a
Girdle, yeah.
Orby, that's a sash, isn't it?
Try it.
Okay. Well done. Franklin's a prison. Parkhurst's a prison.
Belmarsh.
Belmarsh, I think Whitemore is as well.
Try.
Maybe Woodhill, but
Whitemore, Belmarsh.
Keep doing the five.
I'll try the 5. And you look at others. Van Diemen, Van Dyke, Van Allen, Van Persie.
Van Dyke, Van Persie. Yeah, okay.
There's 3 lives now, remember?
So, we've got
Melchett, Darling, Flashheart, and one other.
Right.
So what would the others be?
Franklin's definitely for prison.
Parkhurst's definitely prison.
Franklin's, Parkhurst and Belmarsh are definitely prison. So it's between Woodhill and Whitemore, then, isn't it?
Yeah.
You work it out.
You work it out and go for it, because of
You're about halfway through the time.
Whitemore.
I think we tried Whitemore before. So.
Right. You've got 2 more lives. Try it again
Right.
with Whitemore, because
Whitemore.
Franklin, Parkhurst, Belmarsh.
One more go.
Well, Flashheart
Flashheart's
must be
definitely in
Blackadder.
Melkett's definitely in Blackadder.
Darling.
You wouldn't think it's a prison, would you? No, it has to
Do
be.
you think Franklin's in there?
Well, one of the ones that we know
Franklin's in
is...
there.
Right, try. Yeah.
Take your time.
Or is it Parkhurst?
Yeah, let's just...
Well, Franklin sounds as though it's most likely to be Blackadder.
Blackadder.
You've got 30 seconds.
It's going to be Woodhill. I never tried, but...
Whitemore is a knight.
No, that's all.
Franklin seems the most likely.
We're gonna risk it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have to try it.
Ah, no, that was your 3rd life, and the wall's frozen. You've got 2 points. What about some connections? Tell me about the first group.
They're all belts or sashes or
Is that what they are, belts or sashes? What about the next one?
van.
You can put Van before all of them. Do you know which people you get if you do that?
Well, Van Allen, Van Persie, Van
Wait,
Diemen,
Yes, James Van Allen, the scientist.
Van Allen belts, yeah.
Who's Van Persie?
Robin Van Persie,
He is a footballer,
Van Diemen, the explorer,
Governor-General of the Dutch East Indies, and Van Dyke. Lovely Dick Van Dyke. You can also get connecting points for the groups you didn't find, so let's resolve the wall. Flashheart, Melchett, Parkhurst, Darling.
They're all characters in the Blackadder series.
Yes, specifically Blackadder goes forth. It was Parkhurst you didn't know. Driver Bob Parkhurst was that elusive character.
Bob.
Yes, Bob. And what about the last one? Belmarsh, Woodhill, Whitemore, Frankland.
Prisons.
They are high-security prisons. Yes, it was unlikely that Darling would be a prison, isn't it? I mean, they say it's easy in there now, but it's not loving. So you found 2 groups and you got 4 connecting points. That is a total of 6. Time to bring back the Wintonians, see what they can do with an equally fiendish quarter-final connecting wall. But a new one, of course, 16 fresh clues. You're going to get the other wall then, Wintonians. Good luck. You've got 2.5 minutes to solve it. Starting now.
Right, well, Beverley, Halifax, York,
Sisters.
Yorkshire, Scarborough,
We've got Beverley sisters, Scissor sisters, Pointer sisters,
Andrew sisters.
There we go. Places in Yorkshire. Shall we
Richard
go
of
for-
York gave battle in vain as well as Roy Biv, isn't it? Richard York. Well, but they're all
Shall we
in
try?
there.
Yeah, put me.
Yeah, go on.
Richard York.
There's Gave as well, isn't there?
Let me go through the... You keep going. Oh,
You go through Yorkshire towns.
What was the Houghton?
Howden is one, I think. No.
Where's Seoul?
Anyway, building societies, Halifax, Alliance, Portman,
York.
and...
Is Portman definitely one?
Portman is one, yeah.
Yeah, it's the Howden or York.
Try one.
Right, you go on to something else and I'll flail around with
So
this.
Yorkshire's there. There we go, okay.
3 lives now, remember?
Wordy ones,
Yeah, he
maybe.
said battle is the place where they had the Battle of Hastings, if it's a place, which obviously is not Yorkshire.
I mean, there was a battle, yeah.
Vane has an
I
alternative
think-
spelling.
I think Richard of York gave battle in vain is one of the answers, the rainbow one, isn't it? Do you not think?
Well, we did
We
it.
tried it.
But no, but there's Richard
Oh,
of
there's
York
another
gave
option.
battle in vain.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So we've got Southall, Howden, Croydon.
They
They
should do London.
London boroughs?
Well, they're all, yeah, they're all, well, I don't know.
but what's the fourth one going
Are
to be?
they London boroughs? Is Howden London?
I don't know.
No, so I think Southall and Croydon definitely are, obviously, but Howden doesn't sound...
Is Gave gay or it's something Garvey or something weird?
Yeah,
Do you have archbishops with them?
Archbishop of
York,
the Archbishop of Croydon. The Archbishop
Do
of... Is there a bishop? There is a Bishop of Croydon,
There is a
isn't there?
Bishop of Croydon. There's a Bishop of
Yeah.
Southall.
Yeah. There's a Bishop of Southwark. Oh, yeah.
So,
You've solved the wall. That is 4 points immediately. Let's look for the connections. Beverley, Scissor, Andrews, Pointer.
Sisters.
They are singing sisters. Not all of them actually sisters. I think the Scissor sisters are boys, but the something sisters to make pop groups. That's right. Next one, Halifax, Portman, Alliance, Scarborough.
building societies.
That's it. They're all buildings. Actually, former building societies. And the next group, York, Southwell, Howden, Croydon.
Do they
Where
have,
does all places with
do they have
bishops?
bishops?
Now, that is very broad.
I don't think they've all got archbishops. Have they? Well, let's go with archbishops.
No, you've gone too far again. Archbishop of York, yes, but actually there's no Bishop of Howden. I wanted to hear, because it is religious, Minsters.
Well, I was going to say...
It is York Minster, Southwell Minster, Howden Minster, Croydon Minster, Minster churches, or the towns that contain them. What about the next group? Gave Richard Vane battle.
They're part of the mnemonic for remembering the rainbow colours.
That's right, Richard of York gave battle in vain. So, 4 groups, so that's 4 points immediately. 3 connections, it's a total of 7. Let's see how that leaves the scores. The Wintonians have got 11 points. The Wordsmiths are ahead with 15. And you'll find more connecting walls on our website where you can also write your own. But we're going to play round 4, the missing vowels round. Fingers on buzzers, teams. The first group are all parents of twins. Wordsmiths?
Dennis and Margaret Thatcher.
Correct. Wintonians?
Isaac and Rebecca.
Correct. Wintonians?
Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie.
Correct. Wintonians?
Mark Antony and Cleopatra.
Correct. Next category, beauty and toiletry products. Wintonians?
Eyeshadow.
Correct. Wintonians?
Mascara.
Correct. Wordsmiths?
Cologne.
Correct. Wintonians?
Antiperspirant.
Correct. Next category, terms used by business consultants. Wintonians?
Barrier still. Sorry.
No, I'm afraid you lose a point. Wordsmiths, do you know it? Too long. The answer's barriers to entry. Next clue. Wordsmiths?
Net cost.
Oh, I was looking for unit cost, but I'll take that. Next clue. Don't know this one. It's acid test ratio. Next clue. Wordsmiths?
Just in time.
Correct. Next category, archipelagos. Wintonians?
Tierra del Fuego.
Correct. Oh. And that is the end of the quiz. Nail-biting round 4 ends with the Wintonians on 17, but the winners with 19 are the Wordsmiths. Very well done, Wordsmiths. You're through to the semi-finals. And so unlucky, Wintonians. You were really close on the early rounds. Absolutely made up the numbers. Just pipped at the end. Thank you very much for playing.
Thank you.
Please join me next time for another episode of the quiz that's harder than a Glasgow landlady. And, as you'd know if you were here with me in the studio, smells just as strongly of whiskey. Goodbye.
On tonight, Stephen Gates goes back 300 years to the golden age of English food in Calf's Head and Coffee next. And then, missed it on Saturday? Never fear, there's a chance to catch up with the first episode of the all-new Series 3 of The Killing at 11:25. Don't say we never do anything for you.